So you've got this massive data set sitting in front of you. We're talking thousands, maybe millions of rows. It's a moment every one of us in data science or engineering has faced. And it usually comes with one big question. Right, now what? Where do you possibly begin to turn all that raw data into something useful? Well, the answer starts with understanding the two main branches of statistics. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which one to use first and why it makes all the difference. To really get this, let's step out of the terminal for a second and into a kitchen. Picture a chef who's just made a giant pot of soup. They have one simple goal: figure out if it's good. Now, obviously, they can't eat the entire pot to find out. So what do? They do what any chef would do. They take a single spoonful. This spoonful is their sample, and they can know everything about this one spoonful. The exact salt level, the temperature, the texture, they can describe it perfectly. But here's the thing, just describing the spoonful isn't the real goal, is it? The point is to make a call on the entire pot of soup. Based on that one little taste, they have to decide, does the whole batch need more seasoning? Is it ready to go out? That jump from the known spoonful to the unknown pot, that is the very heart of statistics. Okay, so that first step, analyzing the spoonful, it has a name: descriptive statistics. Its only job is to summarize and describe the data you actually have, the facts. In our analogy, it's just telling you about the spoonful. No guessing, no jumping to conclusions, just the facts. And that second step, making the call on the whole pot, that's inferential statistics. This is where you take what you learned from your small sample and you make an educated guess, an inference, about the much larger group. You're using the spoonful to judge the entire pot. So let's lock in these terms. The spoonful is your sample, a small, manageable piece of the bigger group. The entire pot of soup is your population. That's the complete set of everything you actually want to know about. Descriptive stats lives in the world of the sample. Inferential stats tries to make claims about the population. Putting them side by side makes it really clear. The goal for descriptive stats is just to summarize. For inferential stats, it's to predict. Their scope is different too. Descriptive is narrowly focused only on the data you collected. Inferential is broad. It tries to extend those findings out to everyone. And finally, look at the output. Descriptive stats gives you concrete things like charts, graphs, and averages. Inferential stats gives you probabilities and confidence intervals, basically tools for dealing with uncertainty. So what's in the descriptive toolkit? Well, you have your measures of central tendency, things like the mean, median, and mode that help you find the center of your data. Then you've got measures of variability, like range and standard deviation, to tell you how spread out your data is. These tools are like a reporter's kit. They just report the facts of your sample. The inferential toolkit, on the other hand, is for predicting. You've got hypothesis testing, which helps you figure out if a pattern you see in your sample is probably true for the whole population. You've got regression analysis to predict relationships, and confidence intervals to tell you how sure you can be about your predictions. So how does this play out in our world, in software? Let's say you launch a new feature to 5 million users. You can't analyze everyone's data, so you collect data from a sample, let's say 1,000 users. First, you use descriptive statistics to find the average time they spent on the feature. You are describing your spoonful. Then you use inferential statistics to predict the average time for all 5 million users. And that prediction is what helps you decide whether the feature is a keeper. If you remember just one thing, let it be this. Descriptive statistics is about the known. It reports on the data you have. Inferential statistics is about the unknown. It makes an educated guess about the data you don't have. And the key takeaway is that you always start with descriptive statistics. You have to earn the right to make predictions about the population by first deeply understanding your sample.